So find your version of what is a comfortable position. I advise laying down in Yoga Nidra, but if you feel that you don't want to lay down or there's a medical reason or some kind of injury or something like that that means you can't lie down, then that's fine. You could lie down on the back of your body, you could be on the side of your body. If you're going to choose to be seated, then I would say it's maybe better to be seated in a chair with kind of like a harder back so you can sit up straight. For me, lying down's absolutely the one. Dozing off is normally what happens, but that's okay. We want to make sure that you're warm enough as well. So just have a feel out of the temperature of your room at the moment or your space. And just think about if you're going to be still for the next 25 minutes, are you going to be warm enough? Or do you need just to have a little extra blanket over you? Maybe one that you can reach for. So our period of settling is quite an important period. Maybe you've got a pillow or a cushion for your head. You might have some support behind the knees or in between the legs. So really kind of get everything together so it feels super comfortable, really nurturing, really nested in. So it'll take a few moments longer just for you to find your nesting position. And you might have already closed the eyes, or you might now start to think about closing the eyes or softening the gaze. And it could be that it's just one blink and they're closed. It might be that you blink very slowly a couple of times. It's almost like this heaviness starts to come over the eyelids, and then the eyes close. So closing the eyes helps to draw awareness inwards. Gives us less to literally visually see that we could be distracted by. And then perhaps taking a nice deep breath. So you might breathe in through the nose. Just let a sigh out of the mouth. And in a moment, we're going to take a couple more of those breaths. Then each exhale breath, whether you choose to sigh it out, whether you choose to just breathe out of the nose, just see if you can reach right into the corners of the body and allow everything to start to soften. So breathing in when you're ready and breathing out. Soften. And one more. And naturally, the body will soften as we move through the practice. Mind might become a little bit more spacious. And the focus will be the sound of my voice, the parts of your body. If you drift in and out, that's okay. Perhaps that's part of your journey. And everyone's journey of Yoga Nidra is unique. Sometimes we might struggle with more of a still practice. Other times it might feel like a real kind of luxury and just what we need to be able to be rather than do constantly. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 10 to 0. And you're just acknowledging in your mind as we get closer to 0 that we're drawing into our practice of Yoga Nidra. Perfect time to make any little tiny adjustments. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra. And our practice this evening is touching on the element of grounding. So we're going to take our awareness first of all to the base of the spine. So there's no need to physically move. We travel with awareness from the mind rather than having that awareness by touching the base of the spine. So we know it's there. Maybe we visualize it. Maybe we can feel it touching the earth depending on our position. And there we just begin to see just a really gentle red glow. Everyone's glow will look different. And this is Muladhara. This is our root. So at the base of the spine. And this is one of 7 main energy centers. So there are many, many more than 7. You may have heard of the chakra system. This is Muladhara, our roots. This sense of being on the earth, really. So it's quite a primal instinct, a sense of knowing that we need to eat and we need to find warmth and these things primarily for survival. So it's a bit of a survival one, but it's also a grounding. So the sense of being present, rooted to the earth. And as we move to our sankalpa, or our intention, our word, whatever you want to call it, maybe there's something that resonates with you about being grounded, rooted, being present. Maybe not, and that's okay. So remembering that we take what we feel works for us, we just leave the rest behind. You may have a completely different word or intention that you're working with. Or maybe your phrase is that you're welcoming a sense of grounding, of presence, of connection from this practice of Yoga Nidra. So we'll just take a few moments now for you to kind of feel that in your body if you have a word or a statement, and maybe repeat it silently in the mind a couple of times. If you don't have a statement, if this isn't something that you particularly feel resonates with you or you work with, maybe your awareness is just still at the base of the spine with that gentle red glow of Muladhara. And after that word or statement, if you had one, take a nice deep breath in, breathe out, feel the release towards the earth. And know that if you did have a sankalpa or anything, that is released out into the universe. And our practice of body scan or rotation of consciousness is going to begin at Muladhara. And it might be that you travel this kind of red glow or this red light around with you. Maybe you just leave it at the base of the spine. Perhaps it's gently expanding, rooting you as we move in our practice. It's just keeping you grounded and present. So bringing awareness to the base of the spine. And from here, we're going to travel to the right bum cheek. We're going to wrap our awareness around the right thigh. Come to the right kneecap in the back of the knee. And then the lower leg, the ankle, the top of the right foot, the right big toe, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth toes. The sole of your right foot and the heel of your right foot. And wherever that right foot and that right leg may be resting, and however it may be resting, we just have an awareness of the whole of that. So the right foot, the right leg, so wherever and however it's resting in this practice of Yoga Nidra. And then we return again our attention, our awareness to the base of the spine. We travel over to the left bum cheek, around the left thigh, down to the left kneecap and the back of the knee, and wrapping around the left lower leg, ankles, top of the left foot, the left big toe, second, third, fourth, and fifth toes, sole of the left foot, left heel. An awareness of the whole of that left leg and the left foot, the whole of the left leg and the left foot. And we return again to the base of the spine. Perhaps you take a nice deep breath in and out. And from here, we come round to the right hip, down into the right groin space, up into the left groin space, left hip, and back round to the base of the spine. And slowly, maybe it takes us a couple of breaths, we start to move our awareness, maybe our glow, maybe our energy. There's many ways of seeing and feeling this. Start to move that up the spine. So there's no rush to get to the top of the spine. Let's give ourselves a bit of time and a few breaths. Just rising up the spine. Maybe we're at mid-spine. And eventually we reach the top of the spine or the back of the neck, the highest point that you can see or feel. And when we say see, we're visualizing this in the mind, right? And we come over to the right armpit, the right shoulder. We wrap around the right upper arm, touching on the right elbow and the inner elbow, and then taking our awareness, our energy, our glow, this sense of grounding down into the lower arm, past the wrist, the back of the right hand, the right hand thumb, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth finger. palm of the right hand. And our awareness then settles on the whole of that right arm, the right hand, as best we can. And if we find that tricky for this, we could settle awareness just in the palm of the right hand. So sometimes when we're in a relaxed position, we've just got a gentle curl of the fingertips, almost like we're holding something delicately in the palm of the right hand. We're not grasping, it's just gently placed. Awareness to the arm and the hand, or just to the palm. And then we travel back to the base of the spine. Our journey continues once more, just slowly with awareness, up the spine. Maybe each breath is like just a little step up. We approach the mid-spine. And start to venture into the upper back until we reach that highest point. From here, our awareness trickles over to the left armpit, the left shoulder, the left upper arm, elbow, inner elbow, and to the lower arm, left wrist, back of the left hand thumb, the first, second, third, and the fourth finger, the palm of the hand. And we might maintain our awareness just in the gentleness of the palm of the left hand, or perhaps we prefer to guide our awareness to the whole of the hand and the whole of that left arm. You decide. So try not to overthink in our practice, just letting ourselves be guided. And then we return to the base of the spine. And once again, we're journeying upwards, just that slow awareness of breath and of energy rising. Approaching middle back, upper back, back of the neck. And we continue just to let this awareness or energy rise up the back of the head, and then it comes over the top of the head to the crown of the head and down towards the space between the brows. So we've passed our crown chakra, moving in to the third eye space. And an awareness of the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the right temple, the left temple, the right ear, the left ear, the right eye, the left eye, the right cheek, the left cheek, the right nostril, the left nostril, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the jawline, the chin. Continuing to travel down past the throat space, past the heart space, anahata, all the way down towards the belly button. And here, you just spend a moment with the breath. So maybe attention just gently drifts to the belly button or just below the belly button. It's soft and spacious here, so we don't need to draw in or back or tense in any way. And as we inhale, there's a lightness and expansion. And as we exhale, this softness and drawing inwards, almost drawing us just gently towards the earth, grounding us. So as best you can, just be with the breath for a couple of moments more. Just that ebb and flow. And then awareness shifts back to the base of the spine. And from here, every time we breathe out, we're going to imagine, if we can, that this kind of red glow or this red energy just gently expands. It starts to expand all through the body. So it goes in every direction as we exhale. It goes up towards the spine and the shoulder blades, the head. It goes down past the glutes into the feet. It goes wide, rib cage, heart space, out down the arms into the tips of the fingers. So this energy or essence of grounding, Muladhara, reverberates through the whole of the body. Maybe it's space inside and outside the body. And then it continues to expand out into the space that you're in and outside of that space, out into nature, into trees and fields, further still into oceans. And then just releasing from that thought, that vision. And you might bring your awareness back to the base of the spine, where once again there's just this small glow or just this knowledge here of being grounded and being present. And can you be aware of the whole of your body? The upper and lower body, both legs, both arms, the head, the face. Just resting in your practice of Yoga Nidra. And we turn our awareness back to, if we had one, or sometimes, Nidra is a creative practice. Sometimes things come to us. Word, statement, maybe just that statement of absorbing grounding energy, of being connected, present. If you have anything, then maybe repeating that a couple of times in the mind. And as we next breathe out, we release that. And on our next deep breath in and out, we release anything that doesn't serve us. We allow that to be released into the earth. Let go. And in a moment, I'll count from 10 to 0 as this time bringing us closer to our reawakening point and the end of our practice. So there's no need to move just yet unless you really feel called to that. And perhaps as the countdown moves closer to 0, you just start to bring a little wiggle or a stretch into the body. Maybe you feel like actually you want to stay where you are for a bit longer. You want to absorb some more rest or some more sense of grounding. And there'll be an option at the end just to close the practice, but wherever you are, whatever you're deciding to do, it's best for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. And you might want to place a hand to the heart space or both hands on the heart space. You could join the palms together if you feel that that's something you like to do. Maybe you might even just bow chin to chest and thank yourself, body, breath, mind, perhaps spirit or soul, if that's your belief. And wherever you choose to go from here, just do so mindfully. So plant your feet or your seat to the earth, take a breath, take a moment, feel that sense of grounding. And thank you for trusting me to guide you. The light and dark in me honors the light and dark within you. Namaste.